It's not uncommon for political talking heads in the US to make some pretty outlandish claims. Whether it's Alex Jones talking about Hillary Clinton being reptilian, or the Sandy Hook shootings being a carefully orchestrated hoax staged by crisis actors funded by left-wing anti-gun groups, there's no shortage of political commentary that goes completely off the rails. So stay tuned and don't go away, because one US analyst is claiming that Donald Trump is better than tennis pros. First up, have you ever felt like you've heard it all before? Well, wait until you hear this. Right-wing pro-Trump political analyst Nick Adams is suggesting that the world stop paying so much attention to tennis stars such as Serena Williams, and his rationale is simple, completely nonsensical but simple. Adams argues that Donald Trump has a more powerful serve than Andy Roddick, a better backhand than Roger Federer, and more swagger than Andre Agassi in his prime. The tennis world needs to spend less time talking about Serena Williams and more time appreciating the greatness of Donald Trump. Tennis legend Andy Roddick wasted no time in responding to Adams' comments, saying, "It's not a parody, you forgot that he's also fitter than Rafa." During a practice session ahead of the 2017 Australian Open, Nadal gave his opinion regarding Donald Trump and explained, "It's not my style. I was in the US when Trump was on the campaign trail. It is true that I don't care for his manner of speaking. His way of expressing himself is not a style I appreciate." Despite Nadal's rebuke of Trump's style, Trump thinks the world of Nadal and once called him the big treasure of Spain. Trump also likes the fact that Nadal is a man who always wants to win. What do you make of Adams' remarks? Drop a comment below and let us know. Next up, is Rafael Nadal Spain's biggest tennis star? Let's take a look. Currently, Rafael Nadal is indeed Spain's biggest tennis star, but it looks like there's another young Spaniard quickly rising up through the ranks. Recently, Spain's Carlos Alcaraz won the 2022 US Open Championship after a third-set tiebreak against Norway's Casper Ruud during their men's singles final at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center on September 11, 2022 in New York City. Alcaraz is only 19 years old, and he beat Ruud 6-4, 2-6, and 7-6, and in the final match, Alcaraz won by 6-3. This is Alcaraz's first major championship win, and he's now the youngest #1 men's tennis player in history. Alcaraz has many strong suits, but one of his biggest assets is his ability to move around the court. He's also able to chase down balls very quickly and deliver shots from a variety of angles ranging from lobs to drop shots. Alcaraz has a decent serve too, and it's certainly not his strongest asset, but in his final match with Ruud, Alcaraz used his serve to seize control of the championship, and many spectators were blown away by what they had witnessed. Some observers said it was as if Alcaraz tapped into some hidden powers within him. That's how well this young man played. Up next, was the 2022 US Open a transitional event? Let's dig a little deeper. Many are calling tennis's biggest event of the year a transitional US Open, which essentially means that the sport is seeing a shift from its main old-school stars to the new blood and the future of the sport. Novak Djokovic was absent due to his refusal to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. Rafael Nadal was bounced in the fourth round. Roger Federer was still dealing with an injury, and Serena Williams was defeated in the third round of what will be her final tennis tournament. Tennis fans were able to catch a glimpse of the fresh crop of players from all around the globe, including Poland's 21-year-old tennis sensation Iga Swiatek, who so far has taken 2 Grand Slams, the French Open and the US Open. Swiatek is rising through the ranks and becoming one of the most dominant players in the women's division. In fact, she is the first woman since Angelique Kerber to win 2 majors in the same year. Kerber won 2 majors back in 2016. Another player that's garnered a lot of attention is Tunisia's Ons Jabeur. At only 28 years old, Jabeur is the first Arab and first African woman to make a Grand Slam final in the Open era and reach championship matches at Wimbledon and the US Open. In Tunisia, the people call her the Minister of Happiness because she's always happy. 18-year-old American Coco Gauff just graduated from high school, and she's already made it to her first Grand Slam final in Paris. Keep an eye on Coco because she's showing a lot of promise. Stay tuned and don't go away, because we're bringing you the latest tennis news. Next up, is Netflix hoping to cash in on tennis's ever-growing popularity? You're about to find out. Rumor has it that Netflix is greenlighting a project that will give tennis fans a behind-the-scenes series that will highlight the sport's youngest stars, such as Swiatek and Tiafoe. The goal of the series is to expand the sport's audience, but it's not like tennis needs the help. In 2022, the US Open set a number of attendance records. 888,044 spectators attended major tennis events in 2022, which broke prior records set in 2019. And also this year, the Arthur Ashe Stadium sold out all of its 23,859 seats, the first time that's happened in the stadium's 25-year history. Much of this record-high attendance is likely due to Serena Williams' final hoorah, and many spectators turned up to catch a glimpse of Carlos Alcaraz. Alcaraz's coach, former French Open champion Juan Carlos Ferrer, said, "Since the moment that I started started with him, I saw some things that were different than the other guys at his age. And I have to agree with Juan Carlos on that point. There's obviously something very different about Alcaraz. He's a natural. In a recent interview, Alcaraz said, "I'm hungry for more. I'm going to fight to have more of this. I want to be at the top for many, many weeks, hopefully many years." He's got the attitude, he's got the skill set, and I think the only way for Carlos Alcaraz is up. Up next, will Angelique Kerber return to tennis after her pregnancy? Let's take a look. 34-year-old former number one, Angelique Kerber has officially confirmed that she will be returning to tennis after she gives birth. A few weeks ago, Kerber announced via Twitter that she was pregnant. German media reports indicated that Kerber is dating Franco Bianco, an entrepreneur, fitness economist, and the managing director of Königstein im Taunus Sports. Kerber wrote on Twitter, "I really wanted to play the US Open, but eventually I decided that 2 against 1 just isn't a fair competition. For the next few months, I will take a break from traveling the globe as a tennis player, but then again, I believe it's for the best possible reason I will miss all of you." Kerber also explained that New York was a turning point in her career. Kerber restarted her career in 2011 and subsequently won the title in 2016 to become the number one player in the world. Not surprisingly, being a pro athlete means everything to Kerber, and she's really thankful to have the opportunity to become a mother. The last time Kerber played was at Wimbledon when she lost to Elise Mertens. Kerber won one title this season when she beat Kaja Juvan in Strasbourg. If all goes well, we'll likely see Kerber return sometime in the second part of 2023. Next up, is Bernard Tomic making a big comeback? Let's find out. Bernard Tomic was once the former world number 17 after he captured his first title in 2018. While playing at an event in Cancun, Tomic defeated Tristan McCormick, and in 5 matches played in Cancun, Tomic didn't drop a single set. The Cancun final got underway on Sunday, September 11th, and Tomic was up by a set before the event was suspended due to rain. Tomic and McCormick returned to the court, and the Aussie managed to complete a straight set win. It was Tomic's first title since 2018's Chengdu when he defeated Fabio Fognini. Today, Tomic says he's determined to get his career moving again, and explained, "I've had a lot of hate in my life, but I can't give up. You don't think I see the hate comments? It hurts. In the past, I used to let it get to me and react out of stupidity." Unfortunately, Tomic caught COVID-19 in Australia, and it definitely impacted the start of his year. Now it's just a matter of Tomic being able to get his mojo back. During the past 2 weeks, Tomic decided to return to the ITF level to help him get back into the swing of things and build back his confidence. Finally, what's the number one tennis racket in the world? According to tenniscompanion.org, the number one racket is the Pure Strike 16x19. The racket features new dampening technology, and like previous generations, it offers a hybrid frame construction. The Pure Strike 16x19 racket also features FSI power technology, which comes with wider spacing between the upper cross strings for better access to spin and pace. The frame is C2 Pure Feel, a material technology that combines Cortex with flexible rubber. If you're in the market for a new racket that can help you up your game, be sure to check out the Pure Strike 16x19. That's a wrap for today's video. Thank you for watching.